Most women I know put themselves last as mothers, as daughters, as caregivers, as professionals, as partners. We all have goals, dreams that we've dreamed of, visions of who we want to become. A few months ago, I set out to build a community of women so that like-minded driven women around the world could come together to build consistency. I asked them, what are some of the things that gets in your way to build consistency? And this is what they shared. Ghost by day 4, motivation vanishes. They feel alone trying to build consistency in their already very busy, messy, complex lives. Of course, erratic scheduled, but these 4 were the top 4 answers. Hi, I'm Tina. I'm a marketing strategist, and for the last 5 years, I'm running my own consulting firm where we help our clients understand the behavior of their customers and turn them into business outcomes. Understanding the behavior of humans has forever fascinated me, whether it is on the data side or just observing them. So naturally, in 2020, I turned the same lens on myself. So I started observing my own behavior. I kept starting habits and I kept dropping them. I kept making promises and I kept breaking them. But my dreams didn't disappear. They kept coming back. No matter how hard I tried, life got in the way. Travel, whether it was work or personal, running a home, doing the chores, being the mom, being present for your family and friends, somehow finding time for myself never really was a priority. Other women and men have these meticulous routine, the cold showers, wake up in the morning, never miss a day on workout or any habit they were building. And it just made me feel that habits and consistency was just not my game. So after a lot of experimentation, I stumbled upon something that finally worked for me. And that is what I call a habit capsule. My whole relationship with that word consistency and habits has changed the way I look at life and how I reach my goals. I wanted to talk about what is a habit capsules. I started habit capsules with an intention to help women understand their own behavior with compassion, not feel like habits and consistency was like a punishment, that something that you just have to do it every day. But how can you sprinkle in a bit of joy, enjoy the journey, and most of all, be kind to yourself? I don't know when we were told the story and we internalized it that growth has to feel like punishment. Some areas are hard, but we can still enjoy the journey. We can be kind to ourselves. And it might take a little longer, but that's okay. And that's what Habit Capsules is all about. It's about building small habits that you can actually keep joyfully and with kindness. So whether you're a busy mom, a caregiver, or someone juggling a career, or all of it, and you still have dreams of your own, this video is for you. So what is a habit capsule? A habit capsule is the smallest unit of your desired behavior defined for your busiest of days. Now, this is what's important. It's defined for your busiest of days. The mistake that most of us do is we plan for our best day. It's not for your best day, not for the motivated Monday. It's not for the day when you're full of energy and you're like, okay, today's the day I'm going to do it. A habit capsule is something that you prepare yourself mentally that no matter how busy I am, it's so tiny that I can definitely do it in between meetings while I wait for my coffee to get done. We've learned and read in multiple places that common advice is keep your habits tiny, writing a few lines, reading a paragraph or a page. So the thing about habit capsules is the framing. If you mentally prepare yourself, I have the worst day, I can still show up for myself, I can still show up for the promises I make to myself, and that's the habit capsule, your home. Remember, most of us plan for the best days. The whole idea is, what if we planned for our busiest ones instead?
Now that you know what is a habit capsule, let's see some examples on how to apply it in your everyday life.
When you're crafting your habit capsule, a good rule of thumb
is to make it so embarrassingly small that you just can't say no to it. Here, I've outlined a few examples that you can apply in your everyday life. On a good day, you'd want to plan for a 60-minute workout, but on your busiest day, your embarrassingly small habit capsule could be 10 squats. It's really quick and it's a consistency pill you can pop in between meetings or while you're waiting for your coffee to get done. Let's say you are learning a new skill. When I was learning a new language, I used to keep vocabulary cards in my jacket pocket. It was always there. While I'm waiting for the bus, I'd revise 3 words and just use that time and pop in my habit capsule. Every day, no matter how busy I was, I'd always find time to pop in that one habit capsule. You can look at long writing sessions. If you're looking to publish an article like I am on Substack, there are 3 parts to the writing session. 1, idea capture. 2nd, writing it and editing it. And finally, review and publish. What I do is I use AI tools to dictate the idea so I don't lose the idea. And then I take that in another habit capsule in smaller ones if I can't find times on my really busy days to edit small parts of the article. And then I sit for a longer span of time to put it all together, to review the edit and then publish it up. Decluttering the house. We have a beta group of women who are building habits together through our Habit Capsules app and an accountability session. And decluttering is one of the habits that they are using to build consistency in. A good example here to build a habit capsule could be, instead of waiting for the weekend to clean the house, clean a room, when you have time, clean one shelf, fold just a few clothes and put it away. And this is how you craft and apply habit capsules in your life and bring in consistency joyfully with kindness. I hope this was useful and I can't wait to see you in my next video. I'd encourage you to let me know in the comments what are some habits you're building and why don't you give crafting your habit capsules a shot. Until next time, here's to building consistency joyfully and with kindness.